Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. So I've got something here I'm really excited about. This is my first ever professional level welder. I think if you've seen my videos, you know I'm just a hobbyist welder. So my hobbies have been held back a little bit just by the equipment that I've got. And this HTP Freedom 3000 Pulse MIG welder is gonna really up our game. So let's get it out of the box and check it out. All right, well, here's our manual on the Freedom 3000 Pulse. And one of the reasons I bought this one is this machine is kind of a do-it-all for me, for what I do. It's obviously can pulse MIG weld. It can also gouge, which is something I really wanted to do. It can stick weld. Because of the size of it, it can MIG weld much thicker material. Look at that, we've got a heavy-duty ground clamp. Okay, and we've got a Victor heavy-duty regulator. Here's one of our MIG guns. Here's our stinger for our be able to do stick welding. Here's our hose for our gas. Here's our heavy duty MIG gun. Here's an arc gouger. And that was one of the big reasons I went ahead and got this machine is, you know, I'm starting to do a lot of fabrication where I'm repairing other welds, and to be able to arc gouge, I didn't have a machine that would do that, and now I do. Okay, here's a USB that's got our software on it. Okay, here's some different drive rolls. So we've got the ability to go down to 0.023 and 0.030, and then this one goes all the way up to 0.045. Okay, and then here we've got a spacer to be able to run the 8-inch spools, and that does it for this box. All right, and that was the accessories. Let's get into the main reveal and check out this HTP Freedom 3000 Pulse. All right, check out this monster. Ha! Gotta love it. So let's look what's inside here. Okay, and it came with 035, looks like rollers on it. And it uses the big spools or even the 8-inch spools. Got a purge button for our gas and our fast wind button for our wire. All right, so let's check out what's in this box. Got a nice heavy duty cord with our standard plug-in, obviously, 50 amp. It is cold and it's snowing like mad out there. 2 days ago it was 78 degrees. Oh well, that's why we're indoors. All right, so this box has our wheels. There's the axle and front casters. So let's get this thing put together and then check it out. So this has a 0.9 tip, which is the same as 035. So it's set up, ready to go. Let's get our wire in it, run some beads. Okay, so I want the 035 knurled rollers, which are right here. 035 knurled. Okay, so these rollers are 035 and 045 knurled. These rollers are 035 and 045 smooth rollers for solid wire. And then these rollers are 024 and 030, also smooth rollers for solid wire. Go ahead and tighten these up and get some wire in this thing. I do like the rollers are very easy to switch on this with the big keyway. So this is the first double roller machine I've had, and it kind of threw me for a second. So the wire's going to come in through here. It's going to run through the knurled backside of that roller. This roller on top is a smooth roller that just applies pressure. So the top roller is just smooth, and you don't change those. They're just smooth to put pressure on the bottom rollers. And then, so then it goes through the second knurled roller into the MIG liner. And I really like this setup also. This cable here is your MIG gun connection. And so to switch polarity, you just unplug it here and switch them back and forth between the positive and negative. So that's pretty good. My hobbyist welders, you have to change a lead inside the machine. Gotta love it. That's why it's pro level. One of many things. So this is nice. It comes with a spacer, and they've labeled it, wait, don't throw this away. So this spacer's needed to run the 8-inch spacer spools. And you put the spacer on first, then put the spool on it. Pretty simple. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and load kind of my new favorite wire, this 035 flux cord gas shielded wire, dual shield from Blue Demon. And it's an 8-inch spool. So we're gonna put our spacer on, and then we put our wire spool on, and we tighten down the nut. All right, and then we'll feed our wire into our dual drivers. So here our machine has come to life, and we needed that to be able to feed the wire in. So let's go ahead and get that done. All right, so we've got our inch button, which spins our rollers. Let's go ahead and feed this wire in. Okay, I've taken the tip off the torch. I'm gonna use the inch button. And there we go. Ha! Okay, let's cut this off a little bit more reasonable. Then we'll slide our 035 tip back on. And then we'll put our tip on, our shield. All right, we are pretty much ready to weld. So let's check that out. All right, let's check out our gas as well. So turn it on, and then we can dial up our pressure. Now, a neat thing about this particular welder, go ahead and turn the valve off. We've got this purge button right here. And when I hit that purge button, it bleeds that gas off. So that's a whole lot easier to drain out. I don't like to leave pressure on these gauges. And with that purge valve, you can do it without wasting any wire. Pretty slick, HTP. Okay, let's go ahead and turn our gas up. This is kind of nice. This is a range for TIG. This is a range for MIG. I'm not sure what the yellow is for. But anyway, so I always ran about 30 to 32 cubic feet per hour on our gas. So let's turn it to there and give this thing a shot, see how it does. Okay, and there's how the spacer looks with our roll of 8-inch spool wire. So we're done there. Let's go ahead and tighten our rollers just a little bit. It seemed like it was good, but let's try it out. Okay, and here we've got a chart that shows all of our settings and stuff if we want to use manual MIG. And this right here is why primarily I bought this welder. Not to mention all of the versatility it has, but this can do 1/2-inch steel in a single pass. And I've done enough thick steel projects now. I'd outgrown my hobbyist welders, especially running dual shield. So let's check this out. Okay, and the first thing we'll do is go ahead and pull off the protective tape so we can see our markings better. Let's check out the buttons. So on our mode, let's go to MIG 2T. Okay, just going through our settings, we've got MIG manual, we've got MIG 2T, which is trigger on weld, trigger off not weld. That's 4T. Stick welding, we're going to try out a bunch of that. The nice thing is this is a nice powerful DC stick welder. Arc gouging, another main reason I bought this. I have no way to run an arc gouger, and I've got a big project coming up that I've got to de-weld a bunch of stuff before I can weld it. Okay, on MIG manual, here's the wire feed speed. You can adjust however you want. And then here's the voltage that you can adjust. Let's just see where it goes. Cranks way up 35 volts. Okay, but let's go to MIG 2T, which gets into some of the auto sets. Now what you've got, instead of doing the wire feed speed and the voltage, you're adjusting, when you adjust this knob for wire feed speed, it changes your gauge. And so let's just set this on some 1/4 inch steel. There's some 1/4 inch. Okay, now I need to change to 035. So you do that. Okay, and I could sit down and read the book for a long time, but I just like pressing buttons. So let's see what we can do to set up some synergistic settings. I'm going to run 035, it's on 030. So let's find that. Okay, that's gas flow times. Here we go. So Synergic MIG, that's what we want. If we wanted pulsed MIG, which we will do in another video, just go to it. But we want synergistic. Now let's hit this button. Okay, we're going to weld some carbon steel. See what other choices they've got special, I'm not sure. So let's go to the next button. So this is our 25% CO2, that's our gas. Okay, here's our different wire thicknesses, and we want to set it on 035. And then we'll just hit this for the check mark. Okay, so now we're at synergistic settings 035 with our argon gas mix 2575. And then 3/8, we actually will adjust this knob to find the 1/4 inch. And on 1/4 inch, we've got several different settings. Let's just go to about the middle one. Okay, there we go, it's probably middle. All right, I think it's time to strike an arc, see what it's got. So on our inches per minute, we're at 229, 31.7 volts, and like I said, we're running some dual shield wire. We'll see how it does. All right, we got it tacked up. Let's run a bead. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. Okay, there are several 1/4 inch settings, and I just went to the lowest one. I had it like in the middle, and honestly, on those little tacks, it seemed a little hot. So let's try it again. Oh yeah, looks great. Okay, there's some worm tracks in that side. I'll tell you what though, this side looks really good. And for a first weld on that, you know, I expect to have to practice a little bit no matter what I'm welding with. But I would say that flowed nicer than anything I've welded that same wire with before. So I like it. I like it a lot. All right, well, that's the introductory video on my new HTP Freedom 3000 Pulse MIG welder. And again, a lot of the reason I got this was to weld heavier steel and also the versatility. Like I said, here's a MIG gun that, like I said, you can weld super heavy duty steel with. And like I said, it's up to 1/2 inch in a single pass with 045 wire using that MIG gun. I've got a stinger to be able to do stick welding. It's up to 250 amps. And then also a huge reason I got this was I had 0 arc gouging capability, and this came with an arc gouger. So I like it. If you got anything out of this video, give us a thumbs up. It absolutely helps the channel. And like I said, I'm just a hobbyist welder, but I'm taking my game to the next level. And this HTP Freedom 3000 Pulse, that's going to do it for me. Have a great day and be safe.